What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today. So we hang out for a little while, and I need to deposit some of my goodies. We got more diamonds. We got all kinds of good stuff going on right now. We are the envy. We're the envy of the adventuring world. We got all that good stuff, and nobody can keep up with us. I don't really want the Batwing. I'll probably sell that a little bit later, but welcome on back. I went and tried to milk the cows, but I think they got to grow up for a little while longer, so I think we're off the hook right there. We aren't going to have to deal with that for a while. I think it's probably going to be at least 5 or 6 days until they grow up, but that'll also give us some kind of subsistence during the winter, which is why I wanted to be sure to have it set up by the time we got out of here. We got some more gold, we got some more coal, we got some more geodes, and so there are things that we're going to be working on in today's episode, but it's mostly going to be same. Hanging out, making sure the things get done that need to get done, and then moving forward in the most lucrative ways possible. We got basic retaining soil. Aren't going to need that, because we have a watering supply. It's 8:50 at night. It's pretty early for our character. Let me go check for eggs real fast inside of here and make sure that they didn't eat up all of their hay. It's got a couple of eggs sitting around. They did indeed eat up all of their hay, which means that it's time for me to ensure that as a lovely little farm owner of the chicken, okay, we're not allowed to call ourselves owners of animals anymore, right? Is that how the rule works? As co-conspirators with my animals to produce and sell their children? I don't know. Either way, chicken's taken care of. They ate up all their hay because I didn't let them out. If it ever stops raining, I think we'd be a little bit better off, and I'll let them out to graze a little bit better tomorrow, possibly. I'm sure they want to stretch their legs and get some sunshine. Cows get kind of happy when they get out of the barn for the first time. They'd be like trotting around, looking all happy, got some pep in their step. Made about 600 bucks that day. Not lucrative as far as the farm is concerned, but in terms of real life, yep, that's a pretty lucrative day. 600 bucks a day means that you make like 18 grand a month. Man, so much money. I don't even know what I would do with 18 grand a month. Like, what can you do with 18 grand a month? Figgle Farmer, I'd like to buy a pumpkin from you. My daughter and I want to carve a jack-o'-lantern from the upcoming Spirits Eve festival. Okay, and so that's for Caroline. I do indeed. I saved a pumpkin for just this sort of thing because I sold off all my melons. And then like the next day, somebody was like, hey, I need a melon, once you couldn't grow melons anymore. And so I saved a pumpkin this time around because I knew I was probably going to need it. Take that pumpkin. We'll take that over to Caroline today, and then we'll drop off the void essences with people. Today is probably going to be a rep day, a day where I just go out and I give mayonnaise to people and just kind of try and make friends. Caroline's the one that doesn't like me very much, so I think it's all the more important that we do her quest. What happened to my... I had like 7 stacks of mayonnaise. What did I do with it? I put it somewhere. I did a thing with it. No, I can't find it. Combine those stacks, and then... Actually, I might do my geodes today, too. Just get those all banged out, so I don't got to worry about that either. Yeah, that'll be good. Could probably drop off the ruby with Gunter, but we haven't really discovered enough stuff anyways to drop anything off. I'll bring it with me just in case. I moved this block over to there so that I could access the chest from the right-hand side because I felt like it was causing problems. Whenever I was out and about working on stuff, we should probably smelt gold for a little bit while we're in here, too. Because... you go away. I don't need you right now. Definitely don't need you right now, so that's perfectly fine. Everything else looks good, though. We have a weird assembly. Like, somebody went through our character. Like, assume we got hit by a meteorite in, like, 5 minutes, and somebody had to go through our character's backpack. I feel like they'd be confused. They'd just be like, what is all this random shit? You got swords. You got, like, farming implements. You've got the essence of distilled darkness, a pumpkin. I'm sorry, but forensics is going to struggle with this one. CSI is going to have a rough week. Oh, my yams are ready to go, too. Yay. And my sunflowers. Oh, really? You get sunflower seeds back after you plant those things. That's pretty fun. Grab a couple of yams out of the ground, and then we'll try to find something that'll grow within 8 days by the end of the season. That's all that we really can do. A couple more corns right there. Probably sell those off. Corn for the corn gods, milk for the corn flakes, sticks for the corn dogs. All that stuff. We got another one ready to go over on this side. Yama lama 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 slamma. Alright. Let's bring this off to the right. If I was like a farming themed wrestler, that's who I would be. I'd be the Yama Slamma. Sell off. I think somebody needed a sunflower. Maybe? Sell off all the rest of it, though. We got a decent harvest day in front of us. Does somebody need a sunflower? I can't recall. A cauliflower. Okay, I knew somebody needed something, but I couldn't remember what it was. Grab that apple too, and I'll probably sell that just to make the... Nope, don't... Just throw it in there. Very, very good. Let's go break our geodes first. We got a little bit of time on our hands. We got to wait for the store to open. I'll probably go back through and just buy... Probably just like a 10 stack of something that grows quickly so that we can get one more harvest in before the end of the month. Something that doesn't regrow, something that's easy to do. The amaranth seem to sell pretty well, so if I can get away with that, that sounds good. Nothing posted, no help wanted. Everybody's being self-sufficient. We missed Marnie's birthday. You know what? I'm okay with that. We already got what we needed from Marnie, so I don't really care. Hey, Shane, you want to get this over here? There we go. Perfect. Just keep giving people artisan goods until we find out what they want to work with. I'm going to go to the blacksmith. Oh, you guys got forageables right in your front yard? Here. There we go. You can just have those. They're yours. Enjoy them. It's free rep gain, so I figure I might as well do it. If you pick up stuff laying around and you know that people like it, just hand it off to them real quick if you don't have the inventory space. We got to break up some geodes first, then we'll go after Gunter. Golden pickaxe. A copper watering can we could definitely get away with. A steel axe I think we could also enjoy pretty well. Let's go copper hoe for right now. I don't have the copper with me. Never mind then. Let's process some geodes. What's that supposed to be? A bixite. A jasper? Okay. And then we got another moon egg or a thunder egg or whatever the hell that's called. Wow, bad luck with the geodes so far. Not a lot of good pulls. Definitely not a lot of good pulls. A Necco-white. I think I've already, pretty sure, distilled with all of the essence of old 1910 hard candy. Nobody likes the Necco-whites, especially not Necco-white wafers. They're the worst. I think I got the Necco-white already. See what I can donate here. Oh, cool. We got a new reward, though. That's pretty sweet. And then I think I've got another scroll that I might be able to drop off. What is that? An obsidian vase? That's badass as hell. Working obsidian is really, really difficult because it's incredibly... It flakes too easily. It flakes very, very easily. Thank you. This looks special. She's warming up to me. She's warming up to me. Soon you will be mine. Glorious school teacher, you and your miniskirt and your little pink pumps. You will be mine. You will be mine someday, and I know it. Let's see here. I don't think there's going to be much on the beach. Oh, there is a diggy thing, though. Hey, another book. That's cool. Add that to the library collection. I haven't read any of the books, by the way. I don't know if they fill in, like, bits of lore or, like, what's happened in the world recently. Oh, seagulls. I was like, what is that right there? It's two seagulls, like, making out and, like, facing each other or something. I wasn't sure. It looked weird. So apparently I've already done bixite, which means I'm going to go back through and I'm just going to sell most of this stuff. Probably end up pawning it off. Getting rid of it because it ain't useful to me anymore. Make a little bit of cash off it. That's better than nothing. And then we needed to swing southwards. Once we go southwards, we're going to go to the Wizard's Tower. We'll drop off a couple of darkness essences with him so that he likes us a little bit better. And I think that should be a pretty productive morning for us. Oh, I need to go to the store, though, first. So let's swing on. I had to do that last night at like 3 in the morning because I forgot I had to go to the store. I had to go pick up cat food. And so it was like 1 in the morning. The cats were looking at me being all hungry. And I was like, there's only like 10 kibbles left in each bowl. Technically, they could stretch it out, but damn it. And so off to the store I went in my pajamas. I didn't even put on real clothes. I was like, forget it. I'm just going out here in my pajamas. Sunflower seeds would work. Fairy seeds wouldn't. Amaranth would work, though. Grape starters, it's too much. Yam seeds. Bok choy we could do. Eggplants would work. It's looking like the good choice is going to be amaranth. My inventory's full. Is it now? Well, there you go. A little bit more amaranth. It's a song. I don't know if you listen. I don't know if you listen to heavy metal. Amaranth is a song with a catchy ass hook too, like a ridiculously catchy hook, like a hook that once it's stuck in your head, it will just not leave. A little bit of honey over there. Let's get rid of some of these things. Perfect. I'll probably just leave the limestone vase out here somewhere. Oh, you had to put it inside? Okay, I'll stack it up with the rest of my doodads. I don't really have a place for it yet, so unfortunately I just kind of got to sit on it for right now. If you can't sell it, sit on it and all that. Just saying. Kids these days. If you can't sell it, sit on it. We got a bunch of seeds out, though. I may not need to... How long does it take the sunflowers to grow? 8 days? It's the 19th, and the last day is the 27th. We might be able to make this work. Let's give it a go. If not, they're extra freebie seeds, so who gives a damn anyways. Perfect. One last big harvest out of this place before we do anything else. And I could be happy. What are we growing right here? I don't even know what we're growing right here. These look a little odd. It's probably something wild. I think I planted wild... No, wild seeds were down here. Okay, I don't know what I'm growing over there. It could be anything and everything. Let's open up the doors so that the animals can get a little bit of outdoor time today. Chicken's gonna sprint on out. They've been sleeping all day. That's what happens when you don't have any windows. That's what happens when you don't have any windows. Are you guys, like, ready to be milked yet? Or are you still, like, little baby cows? You guys are still little baby cows. Okay. Give me some hay. So many things to do today, even though it feels like there's not really anything to do. Like, I feel like I've just got little mundane tasks to take care of, and yet there's so much out here that I gotta, like, restock and move around. I'm glad we got the sprinklers in when we did, because the amount of farming work that we would end up doing on a daily basis, just trying to, like, maintain and do bare minimum basics, I think it would be too much to handle. Perfect. I need to buy another heater from Marnie, too. You gotta remind me to do that down in the comments in case I forget, because I don't want our cows to freeze to death. They're expensive. And they represent a big expenditure for us. 6,000 gold is no slouch, even when you're making as much money as our character is. 6,000 gold is still not an amount of money that I would just outright flush. Probably sell a couple mayonnaises too to recoup the cost on those cows now that I'm thinking about it. I want to go into the winter really, really, really well stocked on cash, like sitting on like 25, 35,000 gold. So that if anything comes up in the middle of winter, I don't think we're going to have any way to earn money during that time. And so in the case that that is true, and it turns out my fears are confirmed, we'll at least have enough money to ride out the entire season and do our thing. Some people have mentioned that they found winter to be kind of boring. I've never done it before yet, so I guess we'll find out. Got a chocolate cake, a sprinkler, a bean hot pot, an egg, a model ship, and a rare crow. I don't think a battery pack. It's got precious energy, I guess. Is that like a usable thing for me? Wonder if I need that to build something expensive later on and I'm walking away from something that I need, but I don't know that I need it yet because I don't have the meta lockdown. It happens to me all the time. Ooh, a rare blackberry. Cool. That'll probably fetch an okay price. Make us a pocket full of change that's nice. Ah, this is imbued with potent arcane energies. I'm thankful for my studies. He's a little bit on the fence about us right now. But then again, I don't really care. He's got like Tonka toys and shit all over his floors. He's a grown-ass man playing around with magic and Tonka toys all day long. So, not too worried about what he thinks about me. Not too worried about it. I'll bust up all these stones too. We need it. I would probably start construction pretty soon on my house expansion if I could. I think it'd be a good call. Oh, you can chop trees out here too and nobody cares? You would think people would care. This is kind of like public space now. And then we got to go back to Marnie's house and we got to buy ourselves another heater just to make sure that the cows don't die. Ah. You can catch me at the saloon most nights. You rummage through her drawer. It's mostly long dresses, but there's a pair of brown suspenders in here as well. Kind of presumptuous just to rummage through people's stuff. Looks like he's got Christmas ornaments laying around on the ground. Or her daughter has Christmas ornaments laying around. It's a dangerous game you're playing right there. It's a dangerous game you're playing. It's Christmas ornaments. At least some nasty shards on the floor if you're not careful. Let's spend a little bit of energy farming out wood for the day. I think I'm a little bit low in my supply. I think it cost us a whole bunch when we built the barn, like 400 or something like that. And so it would probably be a nice idea to iron out maybe another couple hundred while we've got the time to do it. And I can eat that blackberry too, and so we got plenty of farming energy to go. We just haven't done anything of substance today. Mostly it's just been running around handling errands. Well, don't fall that way. Damn. Can't chop that yet. Perfect. Just hammer away at this stuff, and hopefully, like, by the time we're done with the tree chopping, it'll get us back to where we're going, and we can get us to the point where we can go to bed tonight. Might give us a little bit more money for decorative type things too, which I think we've been lacking. Cool, very, very nice. In retrospect, I would recommend that you focus on getting animals as quickly as possible. It seems like they give you a really, really, really consistent source of income by comparison to, like, crops. Whereas I focused on kind of expanding my crops as much as possible. I probably could have focused on other things and been a little bit more successful. We had a couple seasons where we had, like, no money in our pocket, and it was making me feel like our journey might be coming to an end, and nobody wants the journey to come to an end. They're one of the most awesome bands ever. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all, and I don't know why I said it. I don't like classic rock. I feel like classic rock is overrated. Like, everybody just likes it because it was the first there and they, like, grew up on it and stuff like that. And so nostalgia carries classic rock, I think. Because if you really look at it in terms of musical assemblage, it's not that great. It's not. There are better things now that are more complicated, more original, and nicer. But people don't want to, I don't know. People get latched onto stuff. People get latched onto stuff and they never move on. That's not to say I don't like some classic rock. I like a Foreigner, an AC/DC. Has to rock, though. If it's any of that, like, slow jam, whatever, I just can't do it. Jam session bands like the Grateful Dead and Pink Floyd, I can't do it. It just bores me to tears. It just bores me to tears. Cow, you need to go inside right now. Hooflet, go inside. You're gonna die out in the cold. Huzzah! Hooflet made it back inside. We'll close off the doors so that wolves don't come along. That's what eats cows, right? Wolves? I don't know. Does anything predate? Like, is anything practice predation on cows? I would assume that farmers have done a pretty good job of wiping out, like, species. It's one of those things where, like, human beings move into an area, we wipe out all the predatory species, and then we put in, like, crops and cows and stuff. And then the deer overbreed, and then there's deer everywhere getting inside your rose bushes and causing all kinds of problems. I need to drop off some of this ore in other locations. Yeah, that restocked us up. That looks good. We got like 300 wood right now. We could get her started on the house expansion if we wanted to. It would change the bullseye a little bit in terms of what we want to accomplish. I need that too, so I can remind myself to drop it off at the museum in the coming days. We got to learn to speak Dwarvish at some point, and we haven't learned to do it yet, so let's get a few more sprinklers going. We also got to find, I don't know where what's-her-name lives. Get 3 of those going so in the morning they're all ready to go. Did I already grab, is any of this ready to go? I do wish there was a key you could hold down to basically make everything that covers land space transparent. You could do it in some games, but I forget what that effect is called. It's got a specific name, but I can't recall what it is. But some games have that where you hold down a key and you can actually see through stuff that gets in the way of your vision. Oh, it's only worth $1. I thought it'd be worth a little bit more. Made a ton of money that day, so yeah, I think I will do the house expansion. Feeling good about our financials right now. So in order to build the house expansion, I think we just need like a ton of wood, as I recall. Oh, good. Cranberries are all up and ready to go, and the other half of the cornfield is ready to go too. Very, very nice. Successful little day for us. 16 cranberries. Nothing going on over here. Let's go ahead and sell some more crops. I'm going to grab the wood out of the chest, I think. If you got wood in your chest, by the way, you might be going too hard on your porno Wednesdays or whatever. You might want to ease off. You might want to make your sex games a little bit less dangerous. But then again, low risk, low reward and all that. Let's jump into a cave real fast. Nothing inside of there that we need to worry about. Let's let the animals out so that they don't eat their hay today. Although I wanted to check them for a milking too. Can I milk them now? Let's go get the milking bucket and see if I can milk them now. I don't know if they're going to give me any indicators. I always miss a corn, by the way. I always do. Every single time I end up missing a corn. I don't need stone, but I think I will need wood when we head over there. I can't recall if it's 400 wood we need in order to expand our house, or if it's 350. Let me see what I can do here. Yeah, it's my assumption that what'll end up happening here is they'll have like a little icon over their head or something when they need to be milked. Let's let the chickens out too. Ain't nothing to worry about around here. Poultry, enjoy your afternoon in the sun. It's a beautiful day. Alright. With the leftovers here. I'll smelt a little bit more gold. But much more than that, I think it's going to be a calm day. Not much to go on here. Not much going on. Where does Caroline live? At Pierre's General Store. Okay. So we got to make a little swing through town so that we can drop off that pumpkin with Caroline. She ordered it a while back, and whereas we could definitely use the money for it, actually I'm more interested in the reputation because I think she's like one of the people in town who is really lukewarm about us. And that's the way that I say nicely that she just doesn't like us flat out. It's Saturday, though, so who knows what's going on over here. Shane already got his gifts. Oh, they're only open until 3 p.m. Okay, we'll have to catch her walking around then. Oh, never mind, it's too early. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was so early in the morning. I'd like to put a fire quartz under my pillow. Please deliver it sometime today. I don't know if I have a fire quartz, actually. I may have gotten rid of mine. I'm gonna go look. I think I have one, and we've got time to kill while we wait for the stores to open, so we might as well do some legwork here in the most shadow-runny of senses. You, shadow-runny. You don't like it when something's shadow-runny. It's runny in the shadows. Ew. That means you don't know where all the goobers are getting. Oh no, I've got one. Everything's looking good on that side. I need to run back out and I need to give the wizard another shadow essence today too. Just so I can be sure that I'm working on his reputation and moving him up the list by comparison to some of these people. Actually, I've done a pretty bad job at keeping on with a lot of people in the city. I basically just need to hand out mayo to people as I walk around. Oh, there's a thingy over here. A little bit of copper ore buried in the ground. Can't turn down those freebies. They are far too valuable. I think that means the only dwarf scroll that we're missing, just to jump subjects for a second. Not good enough friends with Harvey to go in his bedroom. Alright. Well, let's go to Georgie's house first. We'll drop off his fire quartz. Oh, is that the fire quartz I requested? It looks perfect. Let's see. Here's what I owe you. And if I could find Caroline around anywhere. Sorry, my mouse is acting up. It's on top of the actual wire itself. And sometimes my ocular mice, they got like a little cat fur down inside of them. And then, man, you never... I think I already gave her 2 gifts this week. Once they get a cat fur down inside of them, those things don't work quite so good anymore. They don't open until 12. I got a friend who's bartending right now at like 10 in the morning. And I was like, do people actually come in and order drinks at 10 in the morning? She's like, yeah, on Sundays they do. Yuck, what is this? Yeah, I figured little kids wouldn't like that. Let's go give the wizard some stuff. You want this? Is this a gift? Oh. Gotta think little kids. Although if somebody gave me the distilled darkness of essence or whatever when I was a little kid, the distilled essence of darkness, I'd be pretty stoked about it. I'd be down. I just like weird stuff when I was a kid, though. I know who will appreciate it. Did we bring him up to 1 star yet? The wizard? No, he's not even at a single heart. And once we drop this off, I think we'll be just about out of time for the day, and that's probably where we'll stop. I think he's back up here. I think I got turned around. That right, overshot. Better overshot than overshit, though, so, hey. You take the blessings where you get them. Cool. Keeping him happy, we'll do a little walk around town and see who wants a little bit more mayo, but for now, while I walk back over to the museum to drop off this scroll, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. I'll see you all in future episodes. Thanks for stopping on in. It was fun. I do.